Mr. President, you heard the speeches, we all did. Donald Trump, President of the United States, speaking to cheering crowds at rallies, he would say inevitably, murderers, rapists, terrorists, the criminally insane, sexual predators, they came in this country illegally, we're going to remove them. He made that promise over and over again. Well, in Chicago, Illinois, we have seen what those words have led to. For almost 3 months, Chicago and my home state of Illinois have been under attack by President Trump since he launched what he calls Operation Midway Blitz. During that time, chaos and terror have reigned supreme. This operation isn't just targeting the, quote, worst of the worst, the rapists, the murderers, the terrorists, the criminally insane. That's what he promised. But American citizens, legal residents of the United States, and immigrants who have built their lives and raised their families here and pose no threat to public safety have been the actual targets. A court forced the administration to come clean on this. Just how many of these dangerous, worst of the worst criminals are you arresting, deporting in the process of Operation Midway Blitz? The administration finally released their numbers. 600 people have been arrested under Operation Midway Blitz. 600 terrorists, rapists, murderers, criminally insane, except that is not the truth at all. During Operation Midway Blitz, 16 people out of the 600 actually had a criminal history that poses a high risk to public safety. 3%, less than 3% of all those arrested. What about the rest? These violent raids by ICE agents aren't just targeting adults, they're targeting families. I want to tell you a story. 2 weeks ago, Rafael Veraza and his one-year-old daughter, Ariana, both citizens of the United States, were enjoying a shopping day at Sam's Club. The little girl is barely 1 year old. Who would have thought that a simple father-daughter trip to Sam's would turn into a trauma that these two people will never, ever forget? But the Verazas became a target for ICE for obvious reasons. He was shopping while being Hispanic. Enough said. Listen to what happened to this dad and his daughter because of Operation Midway Blitz of this administration. Mr. Veraza and his family said they were in their car when they heard a helicopter and cars honking. With the uptick in raids in the Chicago area, Mr. Veraza knew those sounds signaled that ICE agents were nearby. To keep his family safe, he decided to leave. Unfortunately, before this American citizen and his one-year-old daughter could drive away, a masked agent pointed a pepper spray gun through the family's open car window and fired the weapon at close range. The pepper spray hit Mr. Veraza in the face, and his daughter also breathed it in. Because of this violent, unprovoked action from ICE agents, both Ariana and Rafael were briefly hospitalized. He told reporters after the incidents happened, quote, "My daughter was trying to open her eyes. She was struggling to breathe." Does this incident seem like a federal immigration agent setting out to make America safer? Does this man look like a rapist, a murderer, a terrorist, criminally insane, worst of the worst? What was his crime? Being an American citizen? Shopping at a local Sam's Club? His only crime was he appeared to be Hispanic. Pepper spraying a one-year-old little girl and her father during a shopping trip is shameful and outrageous. If it happened to any of us, on my side of the aisle or the other side of the aisle, and you heard about this family, your heart would go out to him. This man was doing nothing wrong, and yet he was treated like a common criminal because he is Hispanic. President Trump is turning federal immigration officers into his own secret masked police force. I see it every day in the city of Chicago, it's reported. And he is violating the rights and liberties guaranteed by the Constitution to all of us, including the right to due process and rule of law. Let me be clear. The President and his administration's actions are not about politics nor about public safety. It's time for all of us in Congress, Democrats and Republicans alike, to put politics aside, speak up, and condemn this growing threat to our democracy. If it happened in your hometown, you would be outraged, and you should be. It's happening in Chicago almost every day.